Alright guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy Type-0 HD. Although the graphics aren't entirely HD worthy, but still. It's a one day later for me because I was playing the demo of 15 that came with this. And I was giving that a shot, so pardon me if I get slightly confused by the very similar combat between the two. Assignment. Oh. They're just saying that's the... so here I can change who's in my party, which is meaningless right now because we have 3 characters. Reserves. I don't know what's going on right now. I can slightly... Oh, reorganize reserve members by selecting cadets. So you can reorganize them. Armament. Can I give you different gear? He's the Fulgur Primus, Volume 1. Alright. What's the difference? So he's got currently has Glacius Prima. I can change it to Fulgur Prima, which makes it go from... So that's good for... So Glacius is good for ice magic, and Fulgur is good for lightning magic. Well, I clearly have a useful ice spell that freezes people, so that's probably handy to have. Life Amulet looks like it gives me... Let's see. Oh, Bronze Bangle. Looks like it... Let's see. Oh, Auto Re-Raise. So it looks like the life armlet revives me when I go down, is what it sounds like, versus I could just give myself this bangle that gives me more hit points in the first place. I'm just gonna stick with the re-raise for now, because I think they gave us that from the get-go on purpose. Here you can spend AP for bonuses, okay. So I can get perform a finishing move after normal attacks, draw cards from a deck stacked with attack effects. Awesome. So instead of just grabbing random cards, you can actually get specific types of cards instead. Life Hand, draw cards from deck stacked with HP recovery effects. That's important. Being able to specifically recover on purpose could be really handy. Mana recovery effects. I'm gonna go for the hit point recovery effects. Let's learn that ability because that seems really handy. Because I've definitely been taking hits. So, what I read? Oh, my choices are. I can go for cut cards or blizzard. I'm gonna go for cut cards because cut cards seems to be various effects. I'm not sure how into the idea I am of let's just draw random effects. So I'm gonna go for healing specifically because that means I can specifically heal my allies. Accelerate increases your movement speed. We also have jump, which is leap towards enemies and strike. And we can actually make it more powerful. It looks like so. Increase the power of jump, increase the critical hit rate of jump, or reduce the AG cost of jump. I'm gonna go for increasing its power. This seems handy. Does this take up a slot, or do I just get it? Looks like I just get it. So these are direct upgrades to that skill. My other ability is my fire ability. Check the status of locked on effects. Okay. Deliver a wide area effect with the left stick down and square. Do I equip these things at all? It doesn't look like it. Huh. So I can't afford to accelerate, so I'm gonna have to move on. This character has Divine Judgment. Conjure a cross-shaped light that heals allies by draining enemies' hit points. That sounds awesome. Increase the amount of hit point recovered. That seems like an obvious thing to go. And reduce the cost versus increase the power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't afford both. I'm gonna go for increasing its healing effect and reducing its cost, which means that she'll be in a better position to heal us more frequently and keep us up, because I was definitely noticing some damage coming in that was pretty bad, unless we're 9. 9 seems to be relatively hard to kill, but other characters are in more trouble. You do not have any usable items. Okay. Actually, I'm going to save, if I'm going to bother with that. I'll admit it's a little morbid to be sitting there in an inventory managing characters, and in the background you just hear murder and war and chaos. By the way, found out a way to have headphones so I can hear the game without it being picked up from the TV. Don't know why it took me so long to figure this out. Could have used that for 130 episodes of Dragon Age. What do we have? An item over here? Knowing tag. So I can do Life Hand now. If I lock... Oopsie. So if I lock on, I can... Oh. The left bumper is... I can't really do anything right now because I'm not in combat, I guess. We'll look into it in a moment. But specifically, I have the ability to recover now, which will be handy. Stand still and hold circle to take a defensive stance. Depletes AG. Or use defensive magic. Uses MP. Okay?
Class 0. It's me. See that switch in front of you? I think you know this already, but you're free to suppress any resistance.
Need backup! What? The device is still operational?
So it seems like this game just is explicitly...
They're using magic right in front of us! Take steady aim! Fire! Surround them!
It seems like this game is explicitly a... oh wow, there's just enemies everywhere. Let's free some dudes. This game seems to very specifically be a... like sort of the inspiration for Versus 13. Because Versus 13 is just explicitly... let's see here. So I can sap them for mana. Sorry, those the controls are so complicated, and I have to readjust myself to them because I was playing 15 a moment ago. But interesting, like 15 has the same thing. Like it has a lock-on system, a party of characters. Can I just freeze this dude? I don't have the mana for it, do I? Let's just shoot him from a distance. There we go. I'm gonna try to get used to this character. I can drain from this guy. There we go. Change yellow Phantoma. Like all the way down to, from the lock-on system to the owl. So that, I think that guy was vulnerable at that moment. So I would have been able to target him and do more damage at that moment. Drain from that guy. There we go. Oh. One of the confusing things about this game is trying to get down the idea that you press left and right to switch targets, up to target a shit. Now I'm actually forgetting. Is it? I think it's up to target someone who's downed and down to target someone who is the closest enemy. So that's just nuts. But by and large, it's actually almost the same combat system as 15, which is really interesting to me. So I can just sort of casually get recovery cards just whenever I feel like it, and that can give me mana. Blam! Ow. Well, that hurt. So who's hitting me from here? I actually can't see. And we can't use this, so I think we're out. I keep walking directly into line of sight, apparently. Let's see. So what am I trying to do right now? Does this game have a jump button? I don't think it does. Just gonna have to fight some dudes. Okay, that guy's getting ready to shoot me. Let's get behind a wall. And drain from the body. There we go. Yeah, as long as I'm back here, he can't really shoot me, which makes him... And if he's focused on me, that makes him vulnerable to my allies.
Eliminate them and board that ship.
I'm totally on board for fighting as a character who fights with cards, because I'm literally wearing a Gambit shirt right now. Oh, there we go. There's a critical hit. Let's drain him. So that was a good example of a critical where I hit him right when he was vulnerable, where he had the weird frame around him. And as far as I can tell, just one-shot him. That or I'm misinterpreting it, and he totally just got attacked by an ally. Okay, judging from the purple and yellow, I'm guessing that's multiple health bars, so that you can see that you're... the function of that in games usually is to show you... Basically to have an enemy with a bunch of health, but then you get to still see that you're doing damage by seeing it visibly drain each time you hit them. Because if they did it over one health bar, then it would suck, because you would be just chipping away really slightly, and you wouldn't be able to tell that you're even necessarily doing damage. Seems to be really easy to evade against this enemy. You just kind of run back and forth. They're probably prepping me for much harder stuff later. I love the dodge, by the way. Handy. No one's really injured right now. I would go for life hand if I thought anyone needed it. But right now everyone's just fine. So he's in rage mode. Is that a low hit points state? A lot of RPGs have a state where if someone gets low on hit points, they start doing extra damage. And I'm gonna assume for now that's what we're dealing with here. Alright, this is fun. You know where the difference between this and 15 is that in 15 you can't switch characters. But I can actually switch between all these characters. In fact, the character selection screen suggested that maybe you can even you could choose not to take Ace with you if you wanted, even though he seems to be the main character as far as I can tell. I think you can just you can get any compilation of characters. Mission orders: Kupo, locate and destroy the jammer. Okay. Where's the jammer at? We gonna have a good time here? Whoa, there's a nice sense of scale and also incredibly low detail polygons and textures.
There they are.
Where are they? Oh, hello, friends. Don't mind me. I'm just ending you, and the camera doesn't really feel like helping me very much. Oh shit! I didn't even see that guy! That was sneaky. He hid inside the explosion of his friend. can trade from his body though. Ow, shit. So corpses actually play. Oh, there we go. He became vulnerable at that exact moment, so I got to just one-shot him. It's interesting that corpses actually have a specific role in this game. Not only do they just not vanish the way that they do in most games, but they specifically benefit you if you keep track of them. So I'm getting used to the idea that you just tap up at any time to just lock onto a corpse, enabling you to drain that specific body, even in the middle of combat, so that you can quickly go back to having access to heals. Let's try casting Life Hand. Hit point charge. There we go. Self-heal. Now I'm all in a better situation. Oh. Well, that was going to take care of it for me.
The signal's coming from just beyond there. Take it out.
I hadn't necessarily thought about it before, because I never controlled the girl directly yet, so I didn't really think about the fact that she's probably... I didn't really think about her as a healer that much. So it may be redundant for me to have the heal that I gave myself, because she may be already good at that. Oh, shit! Well, bad news is I was unobservant and he snuck up on me. The good news is it was very easy to... Can I target any bodies around here? Or did it disappear? I was unobservant, so he snuck up on me, but I was able to react fast enough, especially since he happened to become vulnerable at that moment. I'm definitely noticing a downside for this character is that Ace's cards are all flashy and showy and everything, but they take forever to get to your opponent. So, you keep seeing those spots where people are vulnerable, probably because they're reloading, I assume is the part of the pattern where that comes into play. Let's try to recover. Mana point charge, hit point charge. There we go. That's handy. I feel pretty self-sufficient as a character right now. I think I'm gonna stick to Ace for now, just try to get a good feeling of his character. There we go. I got lucky and he happened to be vulnerable. That guy too, okay. Just getting repeatedly lucky. I'm gonna try to just play as Ace for a while to get used to him specifically. A downside of him is that his attacks are... Oops! His attacks are very slow. The main effect of that being that you can see when someone's vulnerable, but you can't really capitalize on it because his attacks are going to take ages to get to that guy. Can I target the body? Yes. Alright, there we go. That's really handy, by the way. I wish more games, like, it's going to take practice getting used... Oh, he's dodging my attacks. Look at that sneaky bastard. Alright, let's freeze his ass. Dodge that. Oh. He was immune to the freezing effect, apparently. I'm gonna try to get some distance, because he could be bad for me. Freeze! Oh, am I out of mana? I'm out of mana. My bad. There we go. Well, we beat him, so we're fine.
Use the magicite to destroy it.
It's gonna take some practice to get this down, but I think more games could benefit from having a lock-on system where left and right are change target, and right and up and down have very specific targeting commands, such as closest enemy and closest, in this case, corpse that you can drain, but they could come up with something based on that game, like in Dragon Age, hit up on the joystick to target the thing that you're trying to pick up on the ground, goddammit, or the crank you're trying to turn, the environment and the object. Am I supposed to, so they said destroy it with magic. Is that going to be a cutscene or an action?
Time to pull out!
Good work. Now get out of there before the ship crashes.
Mission accomplished, Koopa. I know you can do it. So, one thing that interests me is, get off the flagship! Something that interests me about this game is that it looks like it could be fairly lengthy. And one of the benefits of Dragon Age Inquisition is that you had your main character, but then you had 10 party members, each of which had their own specific traits. So, oh, shit. Everyone had their own tree and skills. Oh, God, where am I? Okay, I just need to get out of wherever I am right now. Let's stop locking onto people for a moment. Alright, just get out of here. I need to recover, so hit point charge. There we go. Major Zulian. So, oh, shit. I hit him when he was weak, apparently, because that worked out for me. This could be a lengthy game, so one of my concerns is variety. And Dragon Age had the advantage of having 10 characters, 9 of which had completely unique character trees. This one seems to have a similar situation.
Machina.
Take it easy now.
Yeah. I'm okay. But Machina, the crystal.
Yeah, I saw. It looks like its power is returning.
Come on, Machina.
All right.
The power of the crystal. I assume they're talking about...
Magic has been restored in some areas. Anyone who can still fight, gather in front of the facility.
Okay, so the device we just took out must have been the, that must have been the magic EMP. I don't remember what it was called, but there was a device that they airdropped in. The Lassie that's illegally taking part in this battle brought it in, and it basically canceled that whole magic. Ruh-roh. Class Zero's life armlets have shattered, and Re-Ray's effect has worn off. Uh-oh. Oh, I can't pause it.
We believe it's a new type of Magitech armor with an onboard jammer. Find it. And once you find the target, you've been authorized to use special Eidolons. Do whatever it takes.
That's cool. The Eidolon that we saw in the cutscene at the beginning is getting back up.
Special Eidolons are summons we can use without dying, right? Sweet! Let's move.
Are they already explaining away? They're already explaining away mechanics that we established in 13. And be like, yeah, let's get rid of those. So I'm gonna visit the store for the armament because I believe, yeah, we all have a slot dedicated to an item that we don't have anymore because they just got rid of our auto res. So that was essentially the tutorial where they specifically were giving us access to. Let's see. Should I get the bronze bangle? I could go for defense or hit points. I think I want to go for. It's actually a fair amount of defense. It's probably handy to have. More hit points could be bad because it just makes it harder for me to potentially fully heal myself. Oh. But we share items here. Okay, so who has lightning damage? You have a jump attack. So you, and does my other character have a lightning move? It's a healing move. Oh, Thundara. Okay, so this character is clearly going to get a lightning skip spell. I assume this is a what is the oh, increases maximum MP. Okay, so they have an MP and a lightning item, reduces MP by 10%. So they're losing MP, but it's the same amount that they're gaining from their other ring, but it's giving their lightning magic a buff. We'll give 9 the bronze bangle. That's why that's why he has so many hit points, because he's now wearing 2 of those. So he has a 20% bonus to hit points. Okay. And I think, did we gain? We may have gained some ability points. Yeah, it looks like we did. So for this character, I can give them. I can't do it. Twin spell, equip 2 spells at once. The alternative is increase the power of divine. Yeah, let's just make her basically her one ability more powerful. There we go. This one increases its speed. That'll be something for later. So increase the movement speed of 9 could be handy versus AG cost and crit. I'm gonna go for reducing the cost so he can use his ability more often. It looks like there's not a whole lot of things to buy, so it might be that I can just kind of spend all my points eventually. Finishing blow. Perform a finishing move after normal attacks. Spirit hand. I can't afford attack hand because I blew it on life hand, when at this point it might be handy to have an attack hand. Since I seem to have a focus on card attacks, it could be handy to specifically have a series of card abilities, just to have more control over what I'm doing. I think finishing blow. Let's see. I think this is just an upgrade. Like I don't have to equip this. I don't think so. I think it's just gonna make me more effective. Oh, melee attack. Perform a melee attack with up and square. That's probably good to have. Seems odd to me that it wasn't. Was it there a second ago? Oh well. It'll probably be useful to have a melee attack too. Melee attack plus finishing move after melee attacks. We'll be fine. There's a whole lot of skill tree going on here. All right. What about stats? No usable items. Okay. Gonna do a quick save. All right. Back to the mess. So that Eidolon seemed to. Ooh, he dropped an item. A potion. That's probably handy. So he got taken down when the. Well, I'm just gonna keep calling it the magic EMP. Took out all the magic in the area. The summon himself got weakened. So when we took out the jammer, he got back in the action. And it looks like we're still trying to take out a series of jammers.
Let's hear that report again.
Sir, Vessel 6 has been confirmed destroyed.
Looks like we have an anomaly on our hands. What about the 401st and 903rd?
I can't reach either company, sir.
Keep trying.
Sir! Byakuya 10! Byakuya 10! This is Kusabi.
Bring me that
Respond.
survivor. The one from the 161st.
Sir! Corporal Boz of 161st.
So, you are certain you saw the enemy using magic?
Yes, sir!
My understanding is that after witnessing this, you fled from the battle. Then your unit was annihilated. Is that correct?
Yes. I felt it was my duty to report.
In the Militesi army, we do not tolerate soldiers who flee from their fear. The 161st Company was wiped out by Dominion magic. Clean this up.
Sir!
So even a lessee like Kunmi cannot keep the Vermilion Bird Crystal in check.
Well, this sucks. Where'd these rats crawl out from? This really sucks.
We join with the survivors. Our goal is to occupy the building.
I'm really getting thrown for a loop by the part where combat starts when people are still talking. Whenever whenever the game starts talking to me, I just expect to just stand around and wait for it to, and just wait around. So these guys very heavily project their moves. What am I trying to say? Telegraph their moves. I always forget how to say that word. So you can very easily avoid them just by dodging out of the way whenever they face you. Drain that. Give me my mana points. All right. So I can let's do give myself some hit points real quick. Life Hand is not giving me... What the hell? Life Hand seems to have given me multiple offensive attacks. Yeah, that was mostly offensive cards. I clearly hit that guy with offense just now. Oh, and he was vulnerable, so screw him. So it worked out more or less. It was just weird that I had offensive cards when I was specifically using Life Hand, which is supposed to give me defensive cards. Or healing cards. I don't know. There's elements of his random deck that I may not fully understand. So that stretches way off into the distance and eventually just becomes a... I think it just eventually becomes a skybox. So my goal is to go here on the left. It looks like we're trying to find Kunmi, the lessee who did all this in the first place. There are some cadets in the arena up ahead. We have to save them.
Oh, this sucks. Same old routine. Try something new. Let's end this right now. Now then. Huh?
Did we get him?
What the? summoned here? Inside my jammer field? How?
Well, looks like we're playing as Odin. Right? Yep, there is Odin, level 99, 9999 hit points. Moon Ring Blade, Broad Slice. Zen Tetsuken, Death Slain. Hold button to charge. Cavalier Charge, Forward Thrust. Prance, Quick Sidestep. So circle is dodge. Forward Thrust is triangle. Square is a sort of a broad AoE attack, and Death Slash I use by holding X, apparently. We'll find out how that works. Hey look, I'm holding up my scary weapon.
Who are you?
I don't think they're happy to see me right now. Let's try charging up my big scary X attack. Let's see, are they going to shoot at me at all? Alright, they're shooting at me. If I can evade it all, I can wait for a weak spot and then just go after it with the Death Slice, right? Oh, shit. Become vulnerable. Become vulnerable. Yeah! Alright, I just one-shot the boss. So much for that.
We have to start over?
Is this the power of a lascive?
Your party has changed. It has these people in it. Oh, is that lightning? Oh.
This ought to be quick.
Jack and Seven. So these are the characters we saw fighting here a second ago. Ow. That was a lot of damage to come in at me. Let's try to avoid that happening again. Draw some life cards. Oh. Right when I healed myself up, that happened. Okay. Just being dicks about it now. Hit point charge. Success. Wow. Okay. Having trouble seeing. So it looks like the attacks come in from off camera. I just had. Okay, there's an audio cue. Okay, this is handy. So it's a good thing I have headphones plugged in then, because this would have been very difficult otherwise. So there's those beams of light coming above me. I definitely want to keep peppering in attacks because the enemy becomes vulnerable every now and then. And we don't want to miss that opportunity. Oop. There we go. I managed to strike while they were vulnerable. So right now they're making this relatively easy for me. Yeah, they're just vulnerable. What if I just freeze them? Alright. AoE Ice Spell pretty much finished him off. The lascive inside is not very happy right now. They're gonna recover again because the hit points are frozen, sorry. Yep, it's healing again. The MA is back online. We'll just have to take it down again. Kupo. It probably said Kupo. I don't know if it actually said that. It just seems to be all it ever says. Ice Attack. Little less effective that time. I'm assuming that when I used Ice Attack last time, I must have hit him when he was vulnerable. Because the damage was absurd. It was like a whole health bar. Killing Blow? Am I gonna get that? There we go. They really like to do that Final Fantasy fanfare. It's back! Dàinsleif. That'll be fun to type into. Find the special alt character for the A.
That was a close one.
Report card. Yeah! We got an E for taking less than 25 minutes. How dare we? Alright, mission grade B. So clearly this game wants you to have some element of replay if you're going to go back and try to get higher grades, I assume. Hey, no casualties. Good for us there, I guess. And 3,000 gil, which is a unit of currency that I have no frame of reference for because I've never seen a thing to buy yet. But I'm just going to assume it's good for now. A good amount, I mean. Magic. Fire SHG now available. Mission accomplished. We get a Mega Elixir. Defeat 30 enemies with Ace. We get SPP Post Bulletin. Academia deck now available. I'm sure we'll learn about that later. Harvest 10 Phantoma with Ace, Mega Elixir.